How reliable is the electricity supply in Kenya? It depends on where you live. In Nairobi, it is more reliable compared to other parts of the country. I live in Nairobi and it also depends with where you live. For example, I used to live in Umoja Estate and almost every Wednesday we didn't have electricity from 9 p.m. to 5 p.m. I moved to Kasarani along Thika Road and the electricity was very reliable, could go off once a month or even after several months. I moved to Athi River and we have blackouts anytime and could last hours or even a day without electricity. So it depends. Quite reliable actually. We haven't had a day-long blackout in about 10 years before it happened earlier this year where a monkey swung by a major supply unit in the plains where it was isolated and caused some damage. We were without power for about 6 hours. Prior to that, if it's off it usually for maintenance or upgrading purposes and it's always back within 2 or so hours. So yeah, our power grid is very reliable. It depends on where you live. In Nairobi and main cities it is reliable, but not so reliable in smaller towns. That's why renewable energy companies are tapping into this potential when it comes to connectivity. But on a scale of 1 to 10, I will give it a 6. Reason being we have a monopoly when it comes to electricity supply. And when it comes to power matters they can do anything they deem right. I would say it really depends on the area but generally nowadays I would say 90% reliable. The Kenya Power Company prioritizes areas or outages by the number of people affected in the case of an unscheduled power outage, for maintenance. But when there's power it is sufficient and reliable. Normally during rainy seasons is when we get power interruptions but they get fixed.